Hey everybody, it's Murgle, and today in this one I wanted to talk about Warfronts as I finally got around to trying them on the beta, and I really gotta say it was a blast. I loved it. It was a lot of fun. But anyways, let's get into it. So first off, what are Warfronts? They are a PvE scenario with 20 people to attack the faction base that is currently being held in Arathi Highlands. So you're attacking the opposing faction ops. Obviously, whoever is currently in control of Arathi Highlands is not the one that's participating in the Warfront, if that makes sense. Only the attacking faction participates in it. To unlock Warfronts, though, you have to progress on your war campaign to the point of opening them up. It's like the 4th or 5th quest in the chain for your war campaign. Doesn't take that long at all on the live version to get there. However, Blizzard likes to time gate stuff. They said they wouldn't this time around, Q&As and stuff, and not a lot of that time gating, blah blah blah. But I mean, I'll only really believe they aren't time gating it once it's on live and I can get to Warfronts immediately. You know what I'm saying? I'll believe it when it happens, because they might not think of this as like time gating. They're just trying to spread out content and stuff like that. But we'll see when it gets live. Anyways, not that long to unlock Warfronts, but the way it works is only the attacking faction currently participates in them. The defending faction donates to the Warfronts and stuff. And it's highly recommended that you donate if you're the defending faction. Number one, it makes it so you can participate in Warfront again sooner, because it's much like the Mage Tower kind of deal, where you donate to the Mage Tower, it builds faster. The more people donate to it, the better, yada yada yada. So that's how it works, and that's exactly how it works with these Warfronts. People donate, Warfront becomes active, and you get a lot of artifact power for donating. You also get a lot of your war campaign faction reputation, which means you'll unlock Dark Iron Dwarves faster, you'll unlock the Magar Orcs faster. If you want to create those, donate as much as you can. I also like the means they're using for the contribution. It's a great item sync because it requires all types of resources, ranging from like ore to food, you name it. There might be a random quest that pops up for it, and it takes a hefty amount of them, like 40 of a supply. If it's anything like Legion, though, 40 of a supply, that's like 800 gold you're going to have to pay to donate. There's also a minor gold sink because one of these quests is 100 gold, which I feel like they'll have to ramp it up, because 100 gold by comparison to like the other stuff, just it's much less in cost. I can imagine these resources are going to be like 40 to 50 gold each and stuff, especially at the beginning. So yeah, nonetheless, highly recommend donating into these, because not only are you getting your unlocks for your new races faster, but also your artifact necklace is going to get 750 artifact power for these quests, which is huge compared to what a lot of other content is currently giving. 750 artifact power is a really big amount. Honestly, it really is when you compare it to like running a heroic or something. It's just a crazy amount more. So definitely do the Warfronts. Like, donate to them when it's time to donate. You'll definitely use it, especially if you're raid or PvPer. It doesn't really matter. Artifact necklace gets more item levels. You unlock more traits for your Azurite armor. Do it. Trust me. But now for the Warfront themselves. They are really fun, or at least I thought so. I thought it was great. There is no actual PvP involved currently, as it's all NPCs. And the way it's scaled, you know, NPCs can only play so well, which means that being able to lose, I don't even know if you can lose. I really don't know if you can lose, because as long as you guys are half playing, I think you could beat this, honestly. That being said, it didn't make it boring, because there's constant little things popping up on the map for you to go collect resources. You get to build bases and troops to besiege the other faction. There's artillery units, which you need to destroy towers and stuff, break down walls. You collect various resources through activities all across the map. Like, sometimes a random world boss will appear, and you go there and you collect it, and you get a whole bunch of supplies. Overall, though, there's just a lot of tiny little things that make it fun. It also lasts a decent amount of time, although as players get more geared and wreck the NPCs faster, I can imagine the time will be much shorter unless they scale it up as the expansion progresses. Honestly, though, it reminds me a lot of playing old Altaric Valley, sort of. You remember when the fights would take so long that you would donate all of the collected stuff off the bodies of the other players, and you'd summon special troops that would charge across the battlefield. You'd run with them and push forward and stuff like that, and occasionally you got to see the 2 world bosses summoned and duke it out. It was a lot of fun. I loved old Altaric Valley, which is probably why I enjoy these Warfronts so much, because it reminds me like that. And I find that these Warfronts do that same vibe, but in a platform that definitely makes it more obvious on your progress and what's currently happening. Just constantly, you know what's up, rather than, oh, I wonder if I've donated enough. Are we almost ready to summon the boss? What's going on here in Altaric Valley? Just things like that. I like the platform which they chose to use it on. Thoroughly enjoyed playing it, and I could definitely see the fun in replayability as Warfronts change when you do them. It'll be a different boss occasionally. It'll have different things popping up on the map, different ways to donate, stuff like that. And there will be more in the future. They even said they're going to add more Warfronts eventually. This is just the current one. I really would, too, like to see a PvP adaptation of this, like an actual PvP adaptation. But unfortunately, though, as much as I'd like to see it, if they built it in a PvP mode, there's a strong chance that they're just going to simply find a meta, and then it would no longer be a fun scenario that it currently is. It'd simply be go Zerg X location, buy X troop, and then rush the keep. I mean, there would be no hunting the random stuff on the map and stuff. If it gets adapted into PvP, I feel like it's gonna lose the charm that it has. So I don't know. I really want to see a PvP version of it, but at the same time, I don't know how well it'll work. But a lot of fun. Finally, though, to wrap it up, Arathi Highlands changes at max level depending on who's currently in control of the Warfronts. So, since Alliance are currently besieging the Horde, there's an Alliance world boss active, which the Horde can come and kill. When Horde are besieging the Alliance, after they've donated enough resources and the world map swaps, then Alliance can come and kill the Horde NPC boss. They're roughly the same thing, they're just big giant tanks. For the loot, though, it is 355 item level. For comparison, this is the item level of loot on normal from the first raid this expansion. There's also a ton of rare spawns across the map in Arathi, some of which actually drop mounts. So as a collector, I look forward to farming them. I'm definitely going to hunt me some mounts, you better believe it, because I'm very excited. I saw a rather weak one, and I decided to kill it, and I received a toy from it. I don't know if it was rare or not. It may be 100% toy, but watch it be extremely rare, and then it's going to take me like 100 kills on live to get this same toy. Anyways, highly entertaining content in my personal opinion, and I strongly look forward to all the rewards that come from the Warfronts. And I can't wait to see any future Warfronts they decide to release. Let me know down below what you think, and if you're excited, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.